Question 8, they've given us the graph to start with there. We're still going to try and figure out what this point here is though. And so the coordinates of that point there are going to be the lowest point, which is going to be when it's 1. If x is 1, this thing is 0. Anything bigger and you're going to get an answer there. You're going to get something bigger than 0. So the coordinates of that point are 1 minus 7, and that means the range is that h of x will always be bigger than or equal to minus 7. Now, you can't have the inverse function then, because h is not a one-to-one function. Look, it's a many-to-one function. Two questions have the same answer here. It's not going to have an inverse function. Now, when is it lower than minus 6? Well, I think first of all I want to do is I want to find out when it equals minus 6. Let's find the two places when this thing actually equals minus 6, and then we'll think about when it's less than it. So if this equals minus 6, I'm going to add the 7 to both sides to get 1, and times by 3/2 I can get that. So if the modulus doesn't do anything, I've just got x is 5/2, and if the modulus does do something, then I've got minus x is 1/2, so x is minus 1/2. So graph's a tiny bit wrong in that it should have crossed the other side of the axis, but I've got 5/2 as this first meeting point and minus 1/2 as the second, and we want the graph to be lower than minus 6, so it's between the two of them. It's when x is between those two values. That's when it's lower than minus 6.